Welcome back to Hermiting with Holly and Susan, and we are here in our homes, isolated as usual. So Holly has another question for us because she is the one who did the homework this time.
Every now and then I like to keep you all on your toes. So the question is, have you ever not had writer's block, which as a writer I've been asked for decades. Have I ever had writer's block? The answer is no. The question is, have you ever had reader's block? And now I gave it, and I guess you could take this question whichever way you want, which I do with any question regardless.
Shocking! Shocking!
So, but for me, my answer to this one is yes. When I am writing actively, like in the heart of a story, I find it very difficult to read romance. So I'm going to count that as reader's block. I don't.
Absolutely.
I will confess that I've been reading a ton, and I always have read a lot of nonfiction, but I've been just reading a lot of nonfiction. And for kicks and giggles, I've been reading a lot of books on pottery and glazes, and there's a whole chemistry behind glazes. I will confess, chemistry was not my favorite science, but I find that totally fascinating. I am making my own glazes. So if you check out like my Facebook page or something, you will be subjected to all my glaze tests as I post pictures of like the winners and losers. But so yeah, I do go off fiction for long periods of time. I just read the new Harry Dresden novel.
Oh.
I jumped back in. I read it in a day and a half. So
I love those when you get the chance to gobble something up.
And I love Butcher does such a great job, because at this point I feel like Harry and I are old chums, and he's moved the stories along, he's moved the characters along, they've all changed and evolved, and I appreciate that. I'm happy. I love series. I write series, but I want characters to change and evolve.
To grow, I agree.
And I feel like he does a brilliant job at that. So anyways, okay, so now we'll tag Jim Butcher at the bottom of this one. So I got and now Jim Butcher, so I'm just on a roll. Your turn.
You're just name dropping all over the place.
I am, like it's all fancy.
I also have had reader's block, and actually during this whole lockdown and such, you would think it would be a really great reading time, but it's like I didn't have and I've read an article about this. People don't have the brain bandwidth. What's going on with your husband there himself?
Into the doorway. So pardon me a minute. I'm going to cover you guys up. 1, 2. Okay.
Men need instructions. Yes. It's just the way that it is.
You want to know how much longer we'd be? He's making dinner, so I told him.
Oh, he's making dinner. Oh, that's nice.
So, I know. He got home from tractoring on the new tractor all day. It's a John Deere. I named it John because I'm all fancy with the names, But
wow, anyway, wow, you weren't using up too much creativity there, Holly.
Hey, there's only so much I have. So you were talking about a study about reading. So
yeah, basically it was saying that a lot of people were having a hard time reading during the lockdowns and everything, and it's because our brains were so frantic over other things that we couldn't do it. Like you, I also have been reading a lot of nonfiction. And also I just I came across through work, I came across a manuscript, believe it or not, of an awesome nonfiction book, and it needed a little bit more. It needed an editor, it needed another edit, and the guy needed some guidance, and I loved it so much that I said, give it to me.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It's that good. But it's a nonfiction. It's about the Constitution, which I love. I love history. I love all that stuff. So
I've got to confess, I've been reading legal briefs.
Yeah.
Because that is how I roll. And some of them are extremely dry. I feel like there's a few lawyers out there that could just hire me to just
lighten up a little. Lighten up a little, guys.
I feel I could make it a little more scintillating than sometimes they are. But it's a whole new skill, because that's a very different
kind of reading. There goes Tallulah.
So pardon me while Tallulah decides it's time for me to play with her. Tallulah, husband, it's all about me today. They're after me. But
She's a toddler.
Well, she's now reached her teens. I feel that at 7 months, she's getting to that, like 13. I had daughters, and at 13, they are just, so she's testing limits a lot.
Well, it's time to lay down the law then.
Well, Tallulah and I've had a few disagreements. Whenever I get up out of my seat, we're fighting for dominance, and I win. I win every time. She runs and takes it. And so for a while, I was just kicking her out. So now I just sit down. So all of a sudden,
you're sitting on her?
Uh-huh. And it lasts like a minute, and she just, oh.
There you go.
You can sit on the couch, but I'm going to get this seat because it's my seat. Come on,
you gotta show who's boss.
Say hi. Oh. I'm a big Muppet dog. Yeah.
She is. I love her. I haven't even met her yet in person, but I love her.
Oh, she says, I will love you, Susan.
She would. No, she's stepping on you. Okay.
Oh, she frequently steps on me. So anyway, reader's block. Reader's block. We've had it. What did you read instead? No. Behave. All right, I'm going to go deal with my...
Okay.
She wants to play. She's like jumping on the ground.
She thinks she's playing, yeah.
Yeah, she's down there watching. She's going to jump.
Okay. We'll see you next time.
Bye, everybody.